Complete the following two-column proof. P is the midpoint of TQ, and angle S is congruent to angle R. We're trying to prove that triangle SPQ is congruent to triangle RPT. So let's fill in our given and what we're trying to prove. We already have one statement in there, so we're in a pretty good situation here to fill in the reasons. And again, nothing wrong with looking up above, especially at the possible reasons, to help us as we fill this out. But P is the midpoint of TQ, and angle S is congruent to angle R, which is given. What we're trying to prove is that triangle SPQ is congruent to triangle RPT. And let's go back and mark up our picture here, because that's going to help a little bit. And in fact here, P is the midpoint of TQ, so we can say that this length is congruent to that length. So let's even write that down as our statement, because we only had one more statement to write. So TP is congruent to QP, and the reason is definition of midpoint. Our next statement is already in here for us, and before I get there, we're still trying to mark up this triangle, but what we know is that angle S is congruent to angle R. So there we've got that. And then what it says is SPQ is congruent to RPT. So let's mark that up in the picture. And once we mark that up, what we notice about that is that we see that these are vertical angles. And what we know about vertical angles is that they are congruent. So as we take a look, what we've got in the top triangle is that we've got two angles and a side. In the bottom triangle, we've got two angles and a side. And the reason then, based on our choices up here, is angle, angle, side. That proves that both of those triangles are congruent.